DevOps teams cover a wide range of tools and technologies and need to move quickly. Because of this, automating database operations is essential to maintaining agility. In this video, we will cover 3 scenarios that your DevOps team may face when it comes to building a stable and high-performance database infrastructure. Applications can sometimes put quite a load on the database when it's doing repeated tasks. When this happens, the database can come to a grinding halt. Utilizing ProxySQL, a database load balancing technology that can be deployed from ClusterControl, allows you to cache those queries which are causing the load. Now that the repeating performance-draining queries have been cached, you can see that the application is no longer showing spikes in the database load. In addition to reducing the load, this process also makes applications simpler, as you now no longer need to set up a separate caching layer, which often introduces additional complexity. Collaboration is key when multiple developers are introducing new queries into the mix, and with every new application or function, new queries come with them. The nightmare situation is when someone has introduced a new query that is eating up all the resources allocated for the application. Unresolved, this can drive your production environment to a halt. When you look at the problem in ClusterControl, you can clearly see the bad query that is causing the issue. ClusterControl lets you reroute the query to a slave using ProxySQL, reducing the load for the remainder of the cluster so you can keep moving. You can also write a query rule to continue to route the bad query to the slave going forward. Continuous deployments can put the performance of your production database at risk. In using this method, you have effectively sent the query to a slave, allowing the other databases to remain isolated. ClusterControl enables the DevOps teams to have the power to fix the issues themselves, giving the development team time to resolve the issue with the bad query. When a change in query behavior occurs, it can really impact the number of queries you can execute. This is especially true when a query optimizer begins favoring one index over another. Utilizing the top query screen in the ProxySQL section of ClusterControl, you can sort the queries by some time. You can then alter the query and write a rule to add an index hint so MySQL will consistently select the correct index. You can now see that there is no variation in query performance anymore, as the query is once again using the correct index. Because the change in optimizer behavior created a load on the database, applying a simple tweak forced the correct index to be used and reduced the load, making sure performance was not affected. Database automation is at the core of ClusterControl. Automating deployment, management, backups, failover, and recovery let your DevOps teams spend their time delivering products and not on maintenance. ClusterControl is the all-inclusive open-source database management system for users with mixed environments that removes the need for multiple management tools. Why not try ClusterControl for yourself? You can download it free at severalnines.com.